Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Vamsi Online Maths Classes. In the previous video, I have discussed JEE Mains 2020 question paper, January 7th Shift 1 paper, questions from 6 to 10. In this video, I am going to discuss questions from 11 to 15 from the same paper, 2020 January 7th Shift 1. Right, let's get into the questions.
Come to this question, 11th question. The question is, let x power k plus y power k is equals to a power k, and a comma k both are positive, and also he has given one differential equation dy by dx plus y by x whole to the power 1 by 3 is equal to 0. So then what is the value of k? So we have to find the k value. For that, first take the given equation x power k plus y power k is equals to a power k. Differentiate with respect to x on both sides. Okay, x power n formula n into x to the power n minus 1. For y power k also the same formula, k into y to the power k minus 1, and the derivative you are doing with respect to x, right? So dy by dx will appear. So derivative of constant is 0 on right hand side. Now we can take k common and set to right hand side, that will become 0. Remaining value is x to the power k minus 1 plus y to the power k minus 1 into dy by dx is equal to 0. Now find dy by dx here. Dy by dx equals to minus x to the power k minus 1 by y to the power k minus 1. Now dy by dx equals to minus x by y whole to the power k minus 1. If you interchange numerator as denominator and denominator as numerator for right hand side part, the power sign will be changed. The power sign will be changed. Then this k minus 1 will be changed as 1 minus k. Okay. Now compare this equation with the given equation is there, no? dy by dx equals to minus y by x times of 1 by 3. Actually he has given here plus y by x whole to the power 1 by 3, but I send that to right hand side will become minus. Okay. If you compare here, 1 minus k value is 1 by 3. 1 minus k value is 1 by 3. So 1 minus k is equals to 1 by 3. K is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3. K is equals to 2 by 3. So k value is 2 by 3. Option B is the correct option. Come to 12th question. In this question, the question is the real part of z minus 1 by 2z plus I is equal to 1, where z is equal to x plus I, then the point x comma y lies on. The first option is straight line with the slope 2, second option is straight line with the slope 1 by 2, third option circle with the diameter root 5 by 2, fourth option is circle with diameter 1 by 2. So we have to check it. The locus of the complex number is a straight line or circle. First of all, we have to check it. For that, first let's take z is equal to x plus I y first. Then find the value of z minus 1 by 2z plus I first of all. That is x plus iy minus 1 by 2x plus 2iy plus I. And x minus 1 is the real part plus iy is the imaginary part by 2x plus I times of 2y plus 1 is the imaginary part. So we have to do rationalize here. So I am doing rationalize with 2x minus I into 2y plus 1 by 2x minus I into 2y plus 1. Right. So in the question he has given that the real part of this complex number z minus 1 by 2z plus I is equal to 1. So you no need to do total simplification, just focus on real part. So given real part of z minus 1 by 2z plus I is equal to 1. So just real part, x minus 1 into 2x. So 2x into x minus 1. Next I into I square value minus 1, plus into minus minus, so plus y into 2y plus 1 by denominator will get 2x whole square plus 2y plus 1 whole square is equals to 1. This is the real part of the given complex number. So after simplification, we will get the final equation as 2x square plus 2y square plus 2x plus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. And if you divide with 2, you will get x square plus y square plus x plus 3 by 2 into y plus 1 by 2 equal to 0. So it is very clear, this is a circle. Definitely this equation is a repeated circle equation. And what is the radius of this circle means, if you simplify this value, you will get root 5 by 16 will be the answer. That means root 5 whole by 4. Diameter, the question he is asking about diameter, not radius. So 2 into root 5 by 4, that is equals to root 5 by 2. Root 5 by 2 is the diameter. So the locus of the given complex number is a circle with radius with diameter is root 5 by 2. Option C will be the right answer.
Come to question number 13. The question is y of alpha is equal to root over 2 tan alpha plus cot alpha by 1 plus tan square alpha plus 1 by sin square alpha, where alpha belongs to 3 pi by 4 comma pi. Then find dy by d alpha at alpha is equal to 5 pi by 6. This is the question. First let me simplify this y alpha. So y of alpha he has given like root over 2 times of tan alpha plus cot alpha means we can write 1 by tan alpha whole by 1 plus tan square alpha is there. Addition this we have another value 1 plus 1 by sin square alpha in the same root, under the same root. Now see, if you take LCM on the numerator, you will get root over 2 times of tan square alpha plus 1 by tan alpha into 1 plus tan square alpha plus 1 by sin square means we can write cosecant square alpha. Okay, right. And moreover, here we can cancel 1 plus tan square alpha, 1 plus tan square alpha. Then we can write here, this is root over 2 by tan alpha means cot alpha plus cosecant square means 1 plus cot square alpha, 1 plus cot square alpha. So finally, what is dy by what is y alpha? We have here root over 2 plus 2 into cot alpha plus 1 plus cot square alpha. It seems to be like a plus b whole square. So we can write it is 1 plus cot alpha whole square. 1 plus cot alpha whole square. 1 square is 1 plus cot square alpha plus 2 cot alpha. Right. If you can cancel root and square, you will get plus or minus 1 plus cot alpha. In that plus or minus, we have to take minus only, because in here in the question he has given alpha belongs to 3 pi by 4 comma pi. That means alpha belongs to second quadrant. In second quadrant, cot is negative, so we have to take minus of 1 plus cot alpha. Right. Now difference with respect to alpha, you will get dy by d alpha is equals to minus of derivative of 0 is derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of cot is nothing but cosecant square alpha. Cosecant square alpha. Right. So minus of minus becomes plus. So this is final dy by d alpha value is cosecant square alpha. But we have to find this dy by d alpha value at alpha is equals to 5 pi by 6. Now substitute here cosecant square 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6 means pi minus pi by 6. Pi minus pi by 6 second quadrant. In second quadrant, cosecant is negative, but we have square here that will become positive. So that is cosecant square pi by 6. Cosecant pi by 6 value is 2. 2 whole square. 2 square value is 4. So now the answer is 4. Which option? First option, A. Option A. Come to 14th question. The question is, find the greatest integer k value and he has given which 49 to the power k plus 1 is a factor of the given sum. What's the sum here? 49 to the power 125 plus 49 to the power 124 and so on. 49 square plus 49 plus 1. First take this sum. So this is 1 plus 49 plus 49 square plus and so on plus 49 to the power 125. Now, so I want to tell you one formula here, that is 1 plus x square plus and so on plus x power n. The sum of this total series is x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 by x minus 1. Right. Apply this formula, you will get 49 to the power 125 plus 1 is 126 minus 1 by 49 minus 1. So we can write this is 49 to the power 126 means 63 twos, right? So 63 whole square minus 1 square by 48, right? Now see this. This is in the form of a square minus b square numerator. So we can write 49 to the power 63 plus 1 into 49 to the power 63 minus 1 whole by 48. Okay, right. Now keep 49 to the power 63 as it is, and this 49 to the power 63 we can write as 1 plus 48 whole to the power 63 minus 1 whole by 48. Right. Now this is binomial expansion, x plus 1 plus x whole power n form. So we expand that, we will get, already we have 49 power 63 plus 1 into, if you expand this you will get 1 plus 48 times of lambda minus 1 whole by 48. So here see, once again I want to tell you 1 plus x whole power expansion, the expansion will be 1 plus 48x plus 48 something and so on. So in every term after 1, every term you can get 48. So if you take that 48 as common, you will get some positive quantity. So I took that positive quantity as lambda. Here 1 will get cancelled. The final answer will be 49 to the power 63 plus 1 into 48 lambda by 48. Now 48 cancel, that is equals to 49 to the power 63 plus 1 into lambda. Lambda is positive quantity here. Now if you compare this 49 to the power plus 1, 49 to the power 63 plus 1 with our given factor 49k plus 1, very clear, k value is 63. Okay, so which option? Option A. Okay. Come to question number 15. The question is A 1, 1, B 6, 5, C 3 by 2, 2 are the vertices of the triangle ABC. A point P is such that the area of triangle PAB, triangle PAC and triangle PBC are equal. So equal areas. Then find the length of the line segment PQ, where Q is the point minus 7 by 6 comma minus 1 by 3. So he has given the point Q, but we have to find the point P, then only we can find the length of the line segment PQ, right? To find length point P, he has given one hint here, that is the areas formed with the triangle PAB and PAC and PBC are equal, right? Let me draw a triangle to explain this. For example, this is triangle ABC. In case this is the vertex A, for example, take like this 1, 1, and this is vertex B 6, 5, and this will be the vertex C 3 by 2, 2 as given, right? See, he has given clearly PAB triangle and PBC triangle and PCA triangles and PBC triangle areas are equal. It is happens only when the point P is centroid, because from the concept of centroid we have the triangles if P, he has given centroid as P, so the triangles PAB and PBC and PBC or area of triangles areas are equal only when if P is centroid. Okay, right. So now here P is the centroid of triangle. Centroid of triangle ABC. Then we know how to find coordinates of centroid. X1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y1 by 3. Right. Apply formula 1 plus 6 plus 3 by 2 by 3, 1 plus 5 plus 2 by 3. That is equals to P is equals to P coordinates at 17 by 6. 17 by 6 comma 8 by 3. And the question is already given that Q coordinates are minus 7 by 6 comma minus 1 by 3. Now we have to find length of the line segment PQ. So PQ is equals to distance between 2 points. So 17 by 6 minus of minus plus 7 by 6 whole square plus 8 by 3 minus of minus plus 1 by 3 whole square. Okay, right, that is equals to 17 plus 7 24, 24 by 6 whole square, 8 plus 1 9 by 3 whole square, right. 6 ones are 6 fours are, so that is 4 square. 4 square means 16. 3 ones are 3 threes are, 3 square means 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. So answer is 5. So the length of the line segment PQ is 5 units. Which option? Option D. Okay friends, that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to discuss the same paper, JEE Mains 2020 January 7th Shift 1 paper, question numbers from 16 to 20. Thanks for watching the video. Please, thanks for the watching video. If you like the video, please share it and subscribe channel. Thank you very much for once again.